Hello Sudoku friends, and welcome to a puzzle that I will record now, and I hope that I can solve it. Of course, it is labeled extreme on my phone's app. Please don't shoot me. If you don't find it to be extreme, there's nothing I can do about it. I just copy the grid onto sudokuexchange.com and try to solve them. Not all puzzles need to be diabolical or hard. Sometimes they can just be fun to solve in a few minutes. And I expect this one to be such a puzzle. Let's see what we have to deal with. A 7 blocks up, a 7 blocks down, a 7 blocks over, a 7 goes here. 1 blocks over, 1 blocks, therefore one of these must be a 1, therefore this must be a 1 because this square is blocked by the 1 down here, right? Like so. There's an 8, 9 blocking down and an 8, 9 blocking over. So 8 and 9 will have to go in two of these three squares. Can we restrict this any further? I'm asking myself. 4 will have to go in one of these two squares here, and a 3 in one of these here. So it looks as if 3, 4, 8, and a 9 must share 4 of these squares here. Missing from the bunch would be a 6, 7, and a 5. Nah, I think that is a little bit too optimistic to think through. What I can say, though, is this square must be a 1 because these two squares are blocked by 1s, and so is this. So a 1 goes here. 8 blocks up here and 8 blocks here. One of these is an 8, and therefore one of these must be an 8. But that's not particularly helpful at this stage. A 3 must go in one of these three squares because these two squares are blocked by these two 3s, and this 3 blocks over. So one of these is a 3. One of these is an 8 because the 8 blocks up here, so forcing an 8 to go in one of these squares here. Of course, we do have a 1 blocking down and a 1 blocking over, and therefore 1 must go here. And that gives us a 1 for row 7, like so. Now we got 1s blocking up and down and over, making this a 1, and therefore this is the 1. I think that is, yes, it is the last one in this grid. There is a 2 in this block here, blocking all of these squares, and there's only 1 square left in the row that can be a 2, so that will go here. Now we got a 3, 5, and a 6 here, and we have 2 3's blocking down, so clearly the 3 must go here. So 6 and a 5. So I think we're back to looking at the 8, 9 blocking down here. So 8 and 9 must go in two of these three squares, and a 4 down here. No, I'm still not seeing this. Sometimes you try to force a solution, but it has to come naturally, I think. But a 4, 5, and a 7 for these squares here. There's a 7 blocking here. There's a 7 blocking here. So a 7 must go here or here. And actually, let's see, a 7 blocks over here and 1 blocks down here. So yeah, 7 up here somewhere. This square is interesting, and it's interesting because it must be a 9. It must be a 9 because it cannot be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8. Yeah, I know it's cheating, counting, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. 9 blocks over, 9 blocks down. One of these is a 9, therefore one of these is a 9. I'm finding these two squares interesting because I know that one of them will have to be a 9 because a 9 blocks over here, and therefore one of these is a 9, right? So one of these is going to be a 9. And the other digits are pretty restricted. Let's first look at this square here. It cannot be a 1, 2. It cannot be a 3. Why can it not be a 3, you ask? Well, because the 3 is blocking over here and the 3 is blocking over here. So one of these is pretty much forced to be a 3. Therefore, this can't be a 3, nor can it be a 4. It can be a 5, but not a 6, and not a 7 and an 8. So this is a 5 or a 9. Let's do the same count, and I think it's going to be exactly the same for this square. It cannot be a 1, 2, it cannot be a 3, 4, it can be a 5, but not a 6, 7, 8, and 9. Yes, so these two have to be a 5 and a 9. And that makes these here a 3, 8, and a 7. But let's work with the 5, 9 here and look what else is missing. Missing is a 2, 3, and a 6. There's a 3 and a 6 here, so this is a 2. This is now a 3, 6, and a 3, 6. We got a 4 and a 5 here. I'm actually locating, I think, an X-wing on 4s. I don't know if it's important, but a 4 must go in one of these two squares because these cannot be 4s. And this cannot be 4. So one of these is a 4. And over here, we got 2 4s blocking up. So these two must be 4s, 4 candidates as well. I'm also just now seeing that this square or this square must be a 5. Why not this square? Because these two have to be a 5 and a 6. And this square is blocked by this 5. So a 5 must go here or here. And that pretty much puts a 5 in this square, doesn't it? And a 4 in this. And that gives me an 8 here. And it gives me an 8 because there is no other digit besides the 8 that can go here because of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. So an 8 clearly goes here. We know that one of these is an 8, but that's not helping us right now. So an 8 must go down here somewhere. We know that this is a 5, 9, and this is still a 3 and a 6. But let me see. Let me see. Yes, a 3 must go here somewhere, and therefore a 3 must go in one of these two squares up here. That's how it has got to be. And the 4 must go up here because of the 4 blocking. So this is just a 6. And that makes this a 6. And this must therefore be the 3, and this must be the 4. Yes. We still just need a 3, 8, and a 7. 3 and 8 can't go here because the 3 must go down here somewhere. We know that. So this is a 7. This is a 3, 8. And therefore this is a 7, making this a 7. And now can we do something with the 9, 8 that I've been burning to do something with? Yes, I can put an 8 and a 9 in these two squares. And these being a 5 and a 6 makes this a 4. So that out of the way, let's see what we have to deal with now. One of these is a 5, we know, and we still need to find a 7 and a 2. And this cannot be a 7, nor can this, because of the 7 blocking here. So this is a 7, therefore this is a 5, and this is a 6. That makes this a 6 and this as well. An 8 and a 5 here. 3 squares to go here. A 2, 3, and a 5. 2 must go down here somewhere. No, that's not it either. Here we're looking at a 2, 3, and a 9. That's better because we got a 2 and a 3 in the row. So the 9 goes here. This is now a 2 and a 3. Up here we're looking at a 6 and a 9 and a 2. So 6 up here somewhere. 4 and a 5 for these squares. Here there's a 4 in the column. So the 5 is forced here and the 4 is forced here. And that gives us a 4 for the center cell, like so. 5 blocking down, making this a 5, and therefore this is a 5 and this is a 9, making this a 9 and this an 8, because we analyzed that already, didn't we? A 2 and a 3 here. 2 is blocking over, so the 3 goes here and the 2 here, and therefore this is a 3 and this is an 8. What are we looking at here? We're looking at a missing 9 and a 8. Still don't know. Hang on. The 9 blocks over, the 9 blocks up. This is a 9, therefore this is an 8. Now 9 up here somewhere, and also a 3 and a 2. We got a 3 in this block, so the 3 goes here, so this is a 2, 9, making this a 5. 8 belongs here, and I think we have all the, yes, we're just missing the 2s and the 3s. So that is doable, I think. A 2 goes here and also here, and this is a 3. Yeah, nice puzzle. I hope that you liked it too, and that you'll come back for more soon. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.